All right, here we are, Thursday. It is Friday Eve, and we're talking weather again. It's something we do around 8:35 in the morning. Thanks for watching our First Alert Weather live stream. This is Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon. We're talking live in the First Alert Weather Center again. So we've got some sunshine across eastern Wisconsin. Today looks like a quiet weather day with high pressure in the Great Lakes. But the high is going to slide away, and, well, the weather will not stay quiet. We will have some active weather as we wrap up the week. Showers, thunderstorms, could be some heavy rain. Right now it's dry as we take a bird's eye view from our Appleton Skycam looking west. There were some clouds over downtown, but they seem to have thinned out over just the past half hour. I see some blue skies, and it's 70 degrees with a dew point of 63. So 70 in Appleton, 60s elsewhere, 66 degrees right now in Green Bay with 65 in Sturgeon Bay and Manitowoc. Our dew points, mostly in the low 60s. This is the moisture that's in the atmosphere. When that dew point is at and above 60, it's uncomfortable, it's humid. And if you're like me, you're constantly, emptying out your dehumidifier. I've got two in my house, and the one in the basement, that can drain into the floor. That's fine, right? The one that's in the living room, I can't have an unsightly tube that goes through the living room into the kitchen. It doesn't work that way. And so my poor wife, she often is emptying it on a daily basis, and sometimes I am too. But that reservoir there that collects all that water vapor from the dehumidifier, it needs to get emptied about like 3 times a day. So perhaps you're in the same boat as me. All right, forecast for today, slightly humid, warm, high of 82 degrees. Some sunshine this morning. As we go deeper into the afternoon, I'm expecting some clouds. I think we're going to have some thunderstorms in western and southwestern Wisconsin, and late today they'll push a veil of high cloud cover across eastern Wisconsin, and so we'll have some clouds around as we go towards this evening. Pardon me. Our next weather maker, showers and thunderstorms. Now, it's not going to rain all Friday, it's not going to rain all Saturday, but on and off those 2 days there'll be storms. They could have locally heavy rainfall, especially considering the high humidity that we have. You're looking at First Alert, visible satellite. While it's fair across eastern Wisconsin, we've got clouds back towards western portions of the state and generally south of the Twin Cities and down towards eastern Iowa. There's been some rain and storms this morning. The activity has been fizzling out and weakening. Let's loop this again a few times. Look southwest of the Twin Cities, you can actually see a little swirling area of low pressure. See a little curly Q there? And that's the low pressure system that's kicked off this rain in the early morning hours to our west. This is weakening, but we'll see more showers and thunderstorms developing in the peak heating of the afternoon. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Now, I'm going to tell you up front, our computer model, our in-house computer model, and I really don't see eye to eye here. Predictor says that we'll have fair skies 7 o'clock this evening. I tend to doubt it. I tend to think we'll have this veil of cloud cover over top of us. And that's because of those thunderstorms, which I expect to develop in western and southwestern Wisconsin a little bit later today. As those storms try to drift east, they may make their way southwest of Green Bay late tonight into early Friday morning. Predictor says no way, Jose. I think there's going to be a storm chance southwest of Green Bay. Really, it could play out either way. There's not a lot of high certainty on this, but that's how I see it. That's how our computer model sees it. As we go into Friday afternoon, as the atmosphere heats up and there's some humidity, we'll have some spotty to scattered thunderstorms. Not everybody's getting a storm 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, but where they're happening, there may be some pockets of heavy rain. And the storms will be on and off Friday night, going into Saturday. There's 7 o'clock to Saturday morning. And then, look at those storms. They're moving through the Fox Valley and heading towards the lakeshore midday Saturday. So the bottom line is if you've got any outdoor events that you're attending this weekend, you definitely want to keep an eye on the skies. Definitely Friday night, definitely Saturday. Sunday, we should be able to dry out. The last of the showers and storms will be coming through the Fox Valley around 7 o'clock Saturday evening. So if we go deeper into Saturday evening, we should be drying out as the showers and storms exit the area. between now and then, somebody just might get zonked with some heavy rain. There's the possibility of picking up an inch or two of precipitation. It might come down pretty quickly from those thunderstorms if they traverse across the area. Now, are they for sure going to track from Fond du Lac to Manitowoc? Well, maybe. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of high confidence in that. It really, those rainfall totals, they should not be taken as like, oh, for sure, I'm going to get 84 hundredths of an inch of rain in Green Bay. You need to look at it as potential. There's potential for some heavy rain in the area as we go through Friday and Saturday. Somebody's going to get it. Now, if those storms track a little farther north, well, those rainfall totals could be wildly in flux. Bottom line is that this time of year, thunderstorms pop up. They can bring haphazard rainfall totals. It's best not to look at these rainfall totals as being carved in stone, gospel. It's good to look at this as like, okay, there's potential for heavy rain. And you might get it, depending on where those storms go. Our severe weather outlook is going to be in the low category Friday and Saturday, watching for an upgrade. A couple storms could have some gusty winds and some small hail. I really think the rain is going to be the biggest thing here. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today, 82, sun, then increasing afternoon clouds. A little cooler lakeside. That's where highs will be in the 70s. Low to mid 80s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A humid stretch. Scattered thunderstorms Friday and Saturday. Could have some heavy rain at times. Sunday, probably dry. Looks like we'll see mostly sunny skies. And with more sunshine on Monday, probably the hottest day of the next 7, 88. With the humidity, the heat index could climb into the lower 90s. Similar heat for Tuesday, sun, then clouds, and then at night, showers and thunderstorms. And then showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. And I think Wednesday of next week is going to be a transition day because once that front comes through and gets us wet, behind that front, Thursday and Friday of next week, we're going to, fingers and toes crossed, find a push of some cooler and less humid air. So if you're not a fan of the muggies, you got to hang in there for about a week. But Thursday of next week, hopefully we're going to get a break from the air you can wear. Now, a couple little nuggets of knowledge for you before we go. So we've got the Kewaunee County Fair going on the next 4 days. And I think tonight might be the best night to go. It's probably going to be dry despite some clouds coming in. It'll feel a little bit humid, but not too overly hot. Temperatures will drop from the 70s down into the 60s. Keep in mind there will be storm chances in Luxembourg at the Kewaunee County Fair Friday evening, Saturday evening. And while I don't have the schedule of the Kewaunee County Fair in front of me, I know it goes into Sunday. I don't think it goes into Sunday evening. I think it ends late in the afternoon. So just food for thought if you're trying to plan ahead with your family in Kewaunee County to check out the county fair. The other thing I want to share with you here in the little nugget of knowledge is tonight is the full moon, the July full moon. Now, technically speaking, the full moon peaks during the daytime at 3:37. Now, just because the moon is directly behind us in relationship to the sun, that doesn't mean that in our revolution that it's going to be daytime or nighttime. I mean, you know, that doesn't always line up. So the full moon peaks to the minute at 3:37 this afternoon, which makes tonight the closest night that's to the peak. So tonight is the peak of the July full moon. The full moon has different names depending on who you talk to. The Farmer's Almanac says that it's the buck moon, and some people call it the thunder moon as well. However, our Native American friends, they've got different names for the July full moon. The Oneida tribe calls it the green bean moon. The Menominee tribe calls it the half summer moon. And the Stockbridge-Munsee band, they called the July full moon the honeybee moon. I love all those names. They're so creative. Just keep in mind, with some thunderstorms just to the west or southwest of us tonight, that full moon might get blocked or partially blocked by some clouds. So hopefully we get a chance to see it. We'll see how it goes. Don't forget to use our free app. I talk about this all the time. The QR code, scan it with your camera phone. You get all that we can offer on our WBAY First Alert Weather app. And lots of good features on that app. I have to tell you, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because there's some limitations on what we can do here on this live stream. So let's say we're using our WBAY First Alert Weather app. And let's say that I want to show off the radar. All right, can you see my phone? Okay. So look in the lower right-hand corner of the screen there. You see that? I'm not really helping matters by doing a poor job in pointing it out. Right there. You see that where it says past and future? That's a really important button when you're using the radar on our app. You can hit that button and toggle between past and future both. Why is that important? Well, sometimes people get confused on exactly what kind of data they're looking at on the app. When you're selecting past, you're looking at the past hour of radar data up to the current time. So if you're tracking rain and storms, you're seeing how it's all moving over the past hour. But if you select future, then you're not looking at current or past radar. You're looking at a future computer projection on where those showers and storms are probably going to go. Except that computer simulation was created a couple hours prior. And so sometimes it doesn't line up exactly with the current radar. And so sometimes people get confused on whether they're looking at current or past radar imagery or a future simulation on what may or may not happen. So if you use our app, make sure you're not confused by that. Just a little piece of advice. All right. That's it. That's all I got right now. I hope I have more in the tank in 15 minutes because that's when Action 2 News Mid-Morning starts at 9 o'clock. And Aisha's tapping away, tappity tap tap, tap tap tap. She always has her headphones on. She's listening to her husband do his job over at 105. 105.7, right? Yeah, for a second I almost said the wrong frequency. And yeah, so we'll have some news and weather coming up on the TV side in just under 15 minutes. All right, I blabbed long enough. I'll shut up now. All right, have a great day. Enjoy the sun. Get ready for some storms the next couple of days. And hang in there with the humidity. I know, it's a little gross, but it's July. We can do this, right? We can do this. All right, bye-bye.